Do you have an Aventon bike and it has this kind of rack on the back, but you want to add a Topeak quick release type style rack on the top of it? Well, it doesn't quite fit as intended, but we can make it work. I'm going to show you how, so let's get into it. Now, before you start this project, you're going to want to run to your local hardware store and pick up these 5mm by 25mm screws. The rack is pretty simple. We need to remove these two bolts right here. We're going to use this 3mm Allen wrench. Also, back here is where you adjust the little lips that normally lock into the rack. This rack's a little bit too wide for this to happen, but we're still going to use them. We're going to loosen all these up, pull them out as far as they can go, and then tighten them back down. Now we're going to go ahead and remove these two bolts right here. We are now going to position your rack where you want it. Since I have a suspension seat post, I like to have mine a little bit farther along so that way the bag doesn't hit into the seat whenever the seat suspension moves up and down. So I'm going to move mine a little bit farther down to about right there. From here, we're going to take one of these brackets and we're going to slide it in between. As you can see, it barely fits in between this rack right here. Now that we have this locked in, well, we're going to want to grab the other bracket and slide it underneath, because you want the screw hole, the mounting part, to go right in between these areas right here. This is where you're going to need your longer bolt. Now from here, we're going to match it up to the hole. So I'm going to put it here. You want to make sure that this upward clamp is facing away, because you slide the bag in this way. You're going to want to fit that screw in. Oh, this is where it gets difficult. It's going to want to come loose on you. Maybe. There, we've got it in there, but you're going to want to keep it loose because you want it to kind of move around while you get this part connected. Here's where you need your longer bolt. You're going to take that out, and we're going to try to match up. We're going to try to line the hole up where the screw part comes in. Just going to be able to see it. And then you're just going to drop it. You're going to look in between. Oh, this one's a screw. I thought it was a hex. All right, hang on. Ideally, you want to get the Allen wrench version, but it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do is screw this into this bracket, and you want to make it extremely tight. It is metal on metal, so the tighter we can make it, the better it's going to be. Keep a finger down there to keep it from spinning. Tighten that real tight. Break out your 3mm Allen wrench. Make sure this is lined up correctly. And you want both of these tight. As you can see, the clamps right here, they're not moving either way. So it is giving you support, keeping that from moving back and forth. You have this screw right in here in between this bracket, so that's not going to move right or left either. Once you get all that connected, then take a couple of zip ties, or just one really strong one, and run them through the holes that is right here in the bottom of this clamp. This is just on the back end. And then you're going to run it through the bracket here on the side. This is going to keep any of this from moving. Do that to both sides and you're good to go. And now that it is set and very secure, if you want to make sure that it just doesn't come undone, you can always add blue Loctite to these before you screw them down. And as you can see, we are now functional. It's not going to come off, and it's very secure. I hope this quick tutorial showed you how to attach your Topeak quick release clamp system onto your Aventon rack. I want to thank you for watching, and until I see you again, enjoy the ride.